lovelies. Today we're going to be talking about how to attract a specific person into your life, whether that be a partner, a friend, whatever it is, but having someone in mind that you want to attract into your life. Now, this is not about as much to do with people who you already know that you want to attract into your life. This is more about a type of partner, a type of friendship that you want to attract into your life. Now, when it comes to the other side of it, this where you want to attract someone that you have in mind, this can also help you with that, and the tools that I'm going to give you will help you with this. So stay tuned and let's get right into the first step. Really start thinking about what you want in a partner, what you want in a friendship, whatever it is. Really start considering the qualities, the personality, the looks, the things you want to feel with the person, the relationship status that they have, which is probably going to be single if you're looking at this video. The genes they have, if they have the monogamous gene, where the person will stay faithful and the person will, you can trust the person is loyal, and what their financial situation you want them to be in, what health you want them to be in. Think about all of these things and then make a list. After you've thought about all of the things that you could possibly think of, write them all down and really think about it and be particular with what you're writing down, and think about what type of partner you want. Do you want someone who prioritizes you? Do you want someone who gives you time? Do you want someone who also gives you space? Do you want someone who's also independent? Or do you want someone who is spending a lot of time with you? Whatever type of partner you want, start thinking about these things. Write them all down as much as possible, and even if you have written it all down, come back to it if you've thought about something else and write it down and put it all down on paper. And then imagine the person. Imagine what they would do with you. Imagine how they would be with you. Imagine what they will look like. Imagine what things you would do together. All of these things, just start imagining it. You can do this once a week, you can do this once a day, whatever you want to just imagine it, and really go into the experience and feel how having that relationship would feel, and really embrace all of those feelings that are coming up, those loving feelings, those caring feelings, those joyful feelings, all of those feelings that are coming up. And this is kind of this another tip, but it's in this one as well, because the second step after you have all of these feelings and you do this when you're imagining it each time, I want you to think about what the feelings that you're feeling after you've imagined this person and that you've experienced while you were imagining this person, and see how you can create more of that in your day with whatever you're doing. Say you're cooking. Some people like it, some people don't. So for those who are not really fond of cooking, how can you bring more joy into the experience? Could you cook with someone else? Could you come up with a creative idea of what you want to cook? Could you listen to some music that will bring your mood up? Whatever it is, try and experience more of the feelings that you felt while you were doing the exercise of imagining the person. And you'll be surprised about how you can attract a person towards you by being in these types of vibrations. Like doing laundry, like cleaning, whatever it is, try and find a way where you can have these feelings come up more and more throughout your day, because you're going to be in that vibration. And the more you're in that vibration, you're going to attract it more. Even if it's just remembering how you felt in the moment when you're imagining it, try and do that more often. When you create more of these feelings within your body throughout your day, and you start making more of an effort to actually create these feelings within you, and by doing the things that you love, and also doing things that you can be creative with to help you feel these good feelings that you've had while you were imagining being with this person. So it's about seeing the qualities you've written down, seeing what things that you can start to embody that you can actually work on. Say you want someone to be more open with you, because in the past they haven't. Well, how can you start to embody that now as you? Are you as open? If you are as open as you want the other person to be, great. But if you're not, maybe you want to work on that. Or maybe you want to work on attracting someone more loving. Then how can you embody that? And we're not just talking about doing that when it comes to other people, by the way. This is when it comes to you. So if you are open with yourself, for example, or if you actually prioritize yourself and you want these things in other people, that's going to be great, because that's going to attract it faster to you. But say you're not prioritizing yourself, say you're not loving on yourself, whatever qualities that you have in mind that you want in the other person, make sure that one, you're embodying that outside of yourself to other people, but also that you are actually doing that for yourself as well. Because a lot of the time we're not doing it for ourselves, and that's why the outside isn't actually showing up in the way we want. Maybe we're attracting people that we don't want because of the fact that within us we're still not in the state of being the qualities that we also want to attract. So it's about really identifying, okay, if I want this, 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 and this, am I also doing this, this, and this, this, and this for myself? Or do I treat someone in the ways that I want to be treated? It's often the case that we do have a lot of what we want in another partner because that resonates with us. Sometimes we don't. Maybe you need to work on a few things. But then there's other times, a lot of the time, that what we forget to do is then do it for ourselves. Even if it's just actually working on being the best version of yourself that you can be, this can really help as well. When you work on your self-love, you will attract love. When you're in a state of self-love and you embody that every single day, and you work on that, and you really have embraced yourself and accepted yourself and really started loving yourself and doing everything you can possibly do to love yourself, and also not feel that loving yourself is selfish. That's one of the biggest blocks you can have, because if you think loving yourself is selfish, how are you going to attract anyone else's love that you actually want to attract? So it's really working on loving yourself as best as you can and doing things to show yourself love. And this also includes how you talk to yourself. I have 4 videos that can help you with this, that include 2 videos on self-love, 1 video on self-compassion, and 1 video on self-criticism. And all of these can truly help you to work on your self-love and really develop a better relationship with yourself. whatever sex you're interested in, that you want to get into a relationship with, you have to work on any belief systems when it comes to this gender. So, and when it comes to the parent role that you had, that actually even can be both parents, but usually the sex that you are interested in. So it's important to work on these belief systems and the issues and relationships you've had in the past, because our caregivers and our parents were the first relationships. This is where a lot of the limiting beliefs can come from, and it's very important to work on these so you can attract the right partner in. You can have, for example, if you were in an abusive household, you could have had a lot to do with control. So maybe you have to work on your beliefs around control. Or if you had an absent parent around, maybe you have to work on any issues around abandonment or around not having someone to rely on, or all these types of things and belief systems, limiting belief systems that you can actually have that could be actually preventing you from attracting the person, your ideal person that you want to attract. It's also important to work on belief systems around love and relationships. What limiting belief systems were you growing up with when it came to love? If you were in a dysfunctional family growing up, how has this affected your view on relationship and on love? Or if you've had past painful relationships, how have these affected your views on love and relationships? All these limiting belief systems can really affect who you are attracting. And once you clear these belief systems, they can actually help you attract the person that you actually want to. Now, if you are obsessing about it too much and you really, really want it, there's two things to look at. Why you really, really want it? Is it because there's something lacking already? And if there is, maybe it's actually self-love. Or maybe it's about that you have some belief systems there that need to be worked on in relation to this area of wanting it so much and feeling like it's lacking in your life. So maybe it's about looking back and seeing where love has been lacking in your life before, when you were younger, especially as a kid. The second part of this is, after you've really thought about the limiting beliefs about what is actually lacking within you that you are constantly thinking and wanting this, and if you have a hard time with not being able to stop thinking, I'm obsessing, okay, let those thoughts out, write them down and let them go. And it's okay if you're thinking about these things. It's okay if you want to feel, but it's about realizing that after you've written all of that down, after you've let it go, and you're still thinking about it, then you need to look deeper. There's maybe fears related to this. There may be aspects, like I said, of lack that you're not identifying within yourself. And when you're in a state of wanting, you're in a state of lack. So it's really about identifying why that is. The other part of the equation is actually, okay, how do I let go? After you've done that visualization, even if you want to do it once a week, let it go and surrender. And how do you do this? Well, it's about, like I've said, start loving on yourself, doing all of these tips that I've mentioned, and also focusing on what you actually can control. So what can you control? You can control all of the things that I've mentioned in this video. What are the things that you can do to attract the person you want? What is in your control? You can even go to places or do things that you would like to do with a partner. You can actually start to write love letters to the partner you want to attract. Now, don't do this all the time, because then that kind of doesn't help with the fact that you're trying to let go and surrender, but it is a great way of connecting with the person that you want to attract into your life. Also, this is like a separate side note. It's not a huge tip, but it's something similar to what I said before, which is about the embodiment, but it's about when you're in the relationship that you want to be in, who are you? And start embodying that. All of these things are going to be so helpful for you. You have no idea. And they will really benefit you once you start working on them. And I really hope that this has given you some insight and it's helped you. Now, if this has benefited you, please share this with someone who you think that might get use out of it. Like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you next week. And I hope you have a lovely day or night. And remember, you are not alone. And I love you lots. Mwah.